But it's also acknowledging that mental health isn't just a once a week or once a month or twice a year type of feeling or mood. It can be a minute to minute or hour to hour.
This episode is brought to you by Restaurant Systems.
There's a kitchen full of rock stars, in my opinion. Cooks, every front of the house. I just felt so out of place. I mean, there's one story I haven't shared it with many people, but like there's this one time, like, because I was a prep cook, and I was, like I said, I moved back home to Miami, and I was still staying with my family, and I was supposed to be to work. Just say it was supposed to be there like 10 a.m. But I was running late. But what actually happened, I came to work, parked in a parking garage, sat there for maybe an hour, and left and started driving home because I wasn't going to come back. Because I was intimidated. I was scared. I just didn't, the fact of just being in a kitchen full of people, I didn't know anything. And I was 28. And at the same time, I was like, I want this, but what the fuck am I doing? I didn't know. Oh, that's that's a significant thing in every chef's or in every cook's life. It's still prevalent in my life now. Like I feel that coming into work every day sometimes because it's just like, and here I am, the CDC of one of the most popular bakeries in the country. So I have a small role in that. Like as in the savory thing, there's still two counterparts of mine's the pastry and the bread chef, and not only working for Zak, but imposter syndrome is just it's a prevalent thing in the everyday experience for anybody in a leadership role. I feel I don't care how much confidence you have, like you're still faking it till you're making it sometimes. But just go back to Yardbird. It's just like for me, it was, I didn't know how well of a job I was doing, just as in showing up and being open, being consistent, being ready every day, no matter what. Just sticking around and them kicking me out some days. I came back because the Chef de Cuisine, Phil O'Brien, called me. And, he's supposed to be here. And for me, in my mind, it's like nobody was going to miss me. Nobody really cared. Yeah. So that's why when he did call, if he wouldn't have called me, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. Him calling, I remember it still vividly to this day because, I know you all don't know the area, but, I was down, probably by Dayland Mall which is, from here is probably, a good 20 minutes, 25 minutes drive. My parents stay in Homestead. So I was still probably another 20 minutes away from their house. So, but I remember coming through that stoplight, on 88th, and him calling and talking, and it's like, I'm on my way. I'm trying to get there as fast as I can, chef. But literally, I was trying to make a U-turn to actually come back to work. For me, mental health is something that I've dealt with all my life. I know my mom took me to a therapist when I was, an adolescent. I can't say why that wasn't a continuous thing. I can guess, but it's even now in adulthood, some of us might have these bouts in life where you go for a month or 2 months and then, I'm good. You don't go anymore. Or life get busy and you don't go. Even though you want to go. The desire, the will is there. But for me, mental health is something that I know I've struggled with. I've only realized it more in my late 30s, I could say. I'm just turned 40. So over the last 3 or 4 years, I've really owned it and tried to be, not tried. I am working and consciously always trying to be aware of my mental health and how I'm feeling and how to respond to that, and even make sure that the people around me are aware of it and how they should or shouldn't respond to it. But it's also acknowledging that mental health isn't just a once a week or once a month or twice a year type of feeling or mood. It can be a minute to minute or hour to hour. It's understanding that, like, if you need that time, like, you need to make sure that the people who are around you are aware of that, and are comfortable and understanding to give you that time, and even for you to be able to comfortable to ask for that time in that space.